Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and we got some S-Rank combat gameplay from GameSpot for Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, and I wanted to check this out. I'm very excited for launch in just a couple days. I cannot wait. I'm soaking in as much gameplay as we can possibly take in. Hopefully not getting spoiled. I know a lot of this is from early on in the game, but I'm just so invested in seeing the way everyone approaches the different missions, takes on the different builds, and what's required of getting an S rank in some of these different missions as well. So let's check it out and see what they have for us.
Hey, this is Max, video editor here at
Hey Max.
But I also do a bunch of S-ranked and hard mode gameplay for GameSpot as well. This is one of the first main missions you'll run into in Chapter 1 of Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon called Operation Wall Climber. Attacking an armored fortress, infiltrating inside the wall, then taking down one of the early bosses.
Okay, pretty standard stuff. Looks like speed is going to be necessary. You're just going to have to constantly be moving.
You'll have to balance speed, number of enemies defeated, and minimize damage taken to achieve the S rank.
Oh.
So, this mission, I beeline through set enemies and mission goals quickly.
Avoiding damage taken is massive.
Keep my momentum high.
Little drop kick. I like that, like arc shield thing that you got. I feel like for getting an S rank, you're really gonna have to know where the enemies are for the most part.
This is a light and nimble reverse-jointed AC with two light SMGs the game likes to call double trigger, to pepper enemies with bullets at close range. Plus, two shoulder-mounted 10-cell missiles apply tons of pressure when shot in succession with each other, or tons of burst damage when shot at the same time.
Yeah, I love that kick.
The thing about reverse joint leg ACs is that at close range, there's a melee option called boost kick. That's quite powerful with
I do like it a lot.
Legs, and is a great option while reloading or capitalizing on staggered enemies.
I find this interesting with the double SMG instead of mixing up the weapons.
The build is Assault Armor, which is an EMP type blast which does tons of damage in an AoE and destroys incoming projectiles as well. With a build like this, your stagger gauge or ACS is quite flimsy, so the goal, as you can guess, is to overwhelm the enemy before they can hit you.
So glass cannon type build. This guy's a little tankier, so he's taking a lot more damage. Yeah, you just gotta be moving constantly. I feel like that's gonna be interesting for a lot of people who are new to the franchise. Also, the missions are not very long, which I think is good, but they're gonna take some time to go through and figure out and be able to complete.
That gets a little more cramped with tight corridors and small rooms to fight in. While it's nothing like the speed of other Armored Core games like For Answer, the speed and mobility of this AC allows you to navigate these areas pretty easily.
I just love the movement of this game, man. It looks so fun. Recognizing when you defeat enemies to move on to the next is going to be massive, especially when you're going for speed runs.
While I preferred reverse-jointed builds throughout my playthrough instead of bipedal, tetrapod, or tank builds, ultimately, the build mix and matching is what really makes this game engaging.
That's what I've heard.
Reverse-jointed legs to carry more weight and still jump, or smaller tank legs to have the tank legs benefits while being more nimble, and many more examples.
I can't wait to mix and match.
Generators, chips, arms, and cores that will cater more to your custom needs as you progress farther and farther in the game. As a new player, I definitely enjoy the flexibility, but ultimately, I can see AC veterans appreciate coming back to this building much more, despite the system being simplified compared to previous games.
I think that's good. Good for new players and returning players alike. It doesn't have to be spreadsheet simulator like we've seen in the past, but it can be pretty in-depth if you look at all the different options. So, oh, this is the boss? I'm just so looking forward to testing all these different things out.
One of the infamous handler Walter sounds. Interesting. You ready to climb the wall?
Oh, okay. We got a tank.
Now we're up against the Juggernaut, a walking fortress that has a massive shield on its front side. As you can guess, the tactic is to get behind it and capitalize on its weak backside, which, with this agile build, is extremely easy. Honestly, this boss beat me up pretty badly the first time I was up against it, so I kind of had a vendetta for this guy and it was back for payback. Boost kick becomes extremely useful here as well, and can be doubled up if you cancel the kick with a quick boost.
Yeah, all these boss fights are going to be insane.
Chief S rank, you'll want to chew through this boss quickly. And honestly, the main winner here again is the reverse jointed legs, to let the AC gain air superiority for both offense and defense.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing some of the boss fights and where drastically different builds are needed for each one of them. You can't like...
The second phase is the scarier part of the fight, but again, with this armored core, this build was so strong that I didn't even notice a phase change. It doesn't take long for it to go down like this. No damage, by the way.
No damage is crazy. Yeah, I'll explain all that as soon as it's done. That's... Ooh, with the EMP. That was a clean way to finish it off for sure. Oh, not the walk away, bro.
This boss, I had a shield, sword, rifle, and a shoulder-mounted cannon with bipedal legs. And I'm not gonna lie, that was not the play. I was struggling pretty badly. But with enough patience of learning attack patterns and respeccing your AC to meet the fight more prepared, eventually you'll come up on top too. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon releases August 25th. Thanks for watching.
So, some lessons learned there that I think are very important for Armored Core players, new and old, right? One, not every build is going to be right for every situation. Armored Core 6, from everything that I've been seeing from all the past Armored Cores, it feels like you're going to want to tinker with your build between every mission as you learn how the mission goes, especially if you want to go for that S rank gameplay, because every mission is going to be have much different challenges in it, and the bosses themselves, some of them you'll need to be up in the air, shooting down on them, trying to be agile, getting behind them. Some of them you need to meet head on and maybe be a bit tankier in order to take damage you can't really avoid as well. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to work out and see what builds are really doing well versus which bosses, because I think that's going to come into play quite a bit when you're going through this game and you're struggling at certain sections of it, and then all of a sudden it all comes together as you get your build down, as you find out what works, what doesn't work, and all that stuff. And that's really the joy of Armored Core 6 and Armored Core in general, is finding out how to best take advantage of every situation. And that's something that a lot of people are going to have to learn to do. I'm really excited to get it done myself and really get a feel for how the game plays, because it looks like it's going to be fast and fun and agile and mobile and all that kind of stuff. A lot of adjectives there for the game, but overall I'm really excited to get hands on. Finally, just a couple days. I cannot wait. I am mega hyped about this one, and it's definitely one of my most anticipated games of the year, just because we don't have anything like it out right now. That was one of the beauties of Baldur's Gate 3. One of the things with now Armored Core 6, there's just such a variety of games that all have different things that they're bringing to the table. Sci-fi and futuristic and mechs like we get here. You get fantasy and magic and all that kind of good stuff. It's just what a time to be a gamer, to be honest. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about Armored Core 6? Is this one of your most anticipated games as well? Are you going to be hands-on game from day one playing Armored Core 6 at launch? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps me out tremendously. Shows you want to see more Armored Core 6 content going forward. My name is JoPaW. I hope you have a good one. I'll catch you all later.